Hey guys, it's Chris here from R&D Offroad. Today I'm going to do a quick chat on what I feel is the most essential part of any good quality auxiliary battery system. And where one needs to start is definitely the battery monitor. It's all good and well in the past when we were able to put a voltmeter on the two poles of the battery and it would tell us exactly what the voltage was of the battery. But in this day and age, with the technology we've got available, when a company like Victron comes out with a BMV 712 smart battery monitor, it's the way to go. It's the battery monitor we fitted into the Hilux before we went on our trip through Namibia and Botswana over December. So it gave us a good opportunity to test this piece of kit to the max. The main advantage of using the Victron BMV 712 monitor over your standard voltmeter is the fact that it runs through a shunt, which means it manages, or monitors rather, the actual current draw of the accessories drawing from your battery and the accessories putting power back into the battery. And this I'll show you a little bit later on what I feel is the second greatest development on this product, which is its Bluetooth connectivity. All Victron's latest products are coming out Bluetooth compatible, which means you can link them to your cell phone, and instead of having to worry about cutting a big hole in your dash to fit the monitor, you can now, like we've done on this vehicle, pop the monitor in the back, flush mount it nicely against the draw system, and still have full accessibility to the figures coming from the monitor on your cell phone, whether you're driving, sitting on your camp chair, or on the tailgate of your pickup like I am now. So guys, let's take a quick look at the Victron Connect app. We open up the app. Immediately the app picks up the Bluetooth Victron devices available on my vehicle. The first one is the BMV 712 Smart Monitor. Next up is the 30 amp DC to DC Orion Smart Charger. And lastly the MPPT regulator. And those two items we'll have a look at in a later video. So let's go straight to the monitor. Click on the monitor. And the first thing that comes up is state of charge, which on the battery, which is a Victron 100 amp hour lithium unit, we're showing that the battery is virtually full at 97%. The voltage on the battery is 13.9 volts, and the current draw currently is 0.2 amps, 4 watts, and it shows that we've almost used 4 amp hours, which is the 100 less than 97. At the 0.2 amps being drawn at the moment, which is for the system itself, it shows the time remaining at that current draw is 6 days and 19 hours. Now that we've had a look at the basic figures, let's see what happens when we turn on some of our off-road accessories. And the first thing I'm going to turn on is an old fluorescent light I've got. And watch what happens when I switch the fluorescent on. Immediately we can see that the fluorescent light draws 1.2 amps. If I switch it off, we're back down to 0.2. Now let's compare that to an equivalent LED unit. An equivalent size LED unit uses 0.2 of an amp, which is vastly less than the fluorescent unit. Next up, I'm going to plug in a fridge. And we'll give that a minute just for the motor to come on. And bang, we can see exactly how many amps the fridge is drawing as it starts trying to come down to temperature. Next up, to indicate us putting power back in the battery, I'm going to plug in a 4 amp solar panel. So once the panel's plugged in, we can immediately see an increase, or rather a decrease, in the amount of current being used. The Victron has calculated the difference between the usage of the fridge and the input on the panel. This is a brief rundown of some of the basics you can get from the Bluetooth system on the Victron monitor. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you got a few useful tips out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.